Hey everybody, welcome to my September bullet journal setup. So I'm getting this done a little late as usual, but hopefully you're not getting to it as late as usual. I guess the time-sensitive things are the ones that I always put off to the last minute. But I actually have September and October done already. But anyways, my theme I decided on was apples and trees because I always think of apples in September. I guess that's when they're usually ready and you get to do apple picking and stuff like that. And there's apples falling off the trees in the backyard and such. And I got a little quote there, as you could see. But, you know, then I decided you couldn't really see it that well after I colored in my apple. So I quickly go through shading everything in and make it a little bit darker. And then, yep, now you can read it. The Breeze's Taste of Apple Peel by John Updike. I thought that was suitable for my Apple bullet journal setup. And on the next page, oh, a little highlight there. Can't forget that now, can we? On the next page, I drew an apple tree with a couple of squirrels running up it, and I did some fancy lettering that I thought sort of fit with the bark of the tree going up, so it's like September written up the tree, and kind of like lines in the bark. Maybe? What do you think? Yes? No? Maybe so? I think it worked. I liked it. And as usual, I penciled everything in before I started videoing and making everything permanent and coloring everything in. I might not necessarily draw exactly over the lines that I penciled in, but for the most part, I follow the guide that I made for myself. In the case of this, like the tree, I might find that it doesn't really look quite right for the branches, so I might add something else to it. And then I also thought that one of my squirrels was nice, but the other one was kind of funny looking, so I kind of tried to make it look a little better within the branches. And then I was like, why would this be an apple tree if it didn't have leaves on it? So then later on I decided to put leaves on the tree because it shouldn't look like a dead barren tree yet in September. Not yet. Even though it's kind of a cool spooky tree look, but not what I was going for exactly here in September with my apple theme. I decided, well, you know, I only have one color of brown in the midliner. So I tried to make the squirrels stand out a little bit by adding a grayish tone to them. And, you know, squirrels come in different colors. There's red, there's brown, there's black, there's kind of beigey tan colored ones. Seeing all different colors. But, you know, I think there's like 24, 25 colors in the midliner, highlighter, markers. so there's not a whole lot of choices of colors, but they do work the best for not bleeding through the page too badly. So after deciding I had to have leaves on these trees, I just kind of dotted my green around to make leaves. Did some green grass at the bottom to make it seem rooted in. And then added a couple of apples, of course. What else would you have in an apple tree, right? Of course, you need the apples. A few little minor details. So then we're gonna flip over to my full month at a glance calendar. And I made it just like a page and a half, not quite a page and a half. And no, I didn't really put anything in the side there. So yeah, I don't know if I really decided to put anything on the right-hand side of that calendar. I can't remember. I don't think I did though. I've got a little apple at the bottom that I'm gonna fit in there, but other than that, I don't think I added too much to that page because I wasn't sure that I wanted to fill it in exactly. And just make little notes on the calendar for a quick look of what is coming up for the month, but nothing too big. So that's just my own little code for things that are going on at that time that I don't really need a reminder for, or lots of words or anything. And I added the holiday there. First Monday of September. And I do the outline of my little apple pictures and some shading. And then color those in. And then I probably will call it done for that monthly calendar. Pretty easy peasy. Get rid of all my pencil lines before I color, because you can't really erase them after you color over top of them. And if you can see them too much after, it's not the prettiest. It's not really what I want to see. A little bit more highlighting, some sparkle, some shine. Sheesh. Everybody wants my attention. Kitty cat meowing at me, my phone ringing. I never get this much attention. This is crazy! So just a quick shot of my usual meal planner, vitamin tracker, exercise for the month, and self-care reminder, which I put a little quote in there, which I think I include on here, which was easy, of course. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. I don't know if I really believe that, but it's cute. And then I got my month stamp, so it's easy to fill in my exercise days, or just color in a day. I decided to highlight all my boxes and everything this month, to give them a little extra zhuzh, some more color, because it's looking too boring on that page. And this is another quick one. Things to remember, wish list, and then my purchases that I do online, so I can track, make sure everything comes in time. And a little apple branch to add a little more interest to an otherwise pretty boring page. Arts, crafts, cleaning, books I read, and new shows I watched. I will fill in, again, just a really quick show of what goes on there. I found this picture of this fancy drawn apple, which I made kind of crooked, so I don't know how much it turned out looking like an apple, but it was cute anyways. So for my first week, I decided to do these big boxes on the outsides of the page. And just do some regular lettering. So carry over from August. And then I'll make it a little bit more interesting by adding in another tree. I'm not sure how I like all my trees, but I really do practice drawing trees a lot because I want to be able to draw cool trees. I don't know why, but it's a goal of mine to be able to draw cool trees. So it's kind of like my title page, my front page. I just threw another apple tree in there. The big empty spaces on these pages that I didn't want. Gotta fill it in with some interest. My naughty cat is trying to throw things on the floor again. Okay, week 2. Fun, fun, fun. Even bigger boxes. So I made the main 5 days of the week bigger, and then the Saturday and Sunday is a little bit smaller, and squeeze them in on the side there. And I didn't leave as much blank space this way, so I can, oh, there it goes. There goes some glasses onto the floor. Oh, who needs those things anyways? What's he got now? Oh! This little hard drive that he's gonna throw on the floor next. You can't do that, buddy. You might break it. Oh, now he's gonna bite my Lego houses so that he can pull them apart. It's really rude that way sometimes. So week 3, I kind of did little banners on top of each day. I like this look because it doesn't feel quite as closed in. Then I added a couple more apple pictures. An eaten apple, a bitten apple, an apple core. Yes, an apple core, that's what it is. And then on the other side, which you can't quite see all of, but almost, is a stack of apples. I don't know. Well, maybe it's just apples going off into the distance. Yeah, that makes more sense since they get smaller. Unless you find a whole bunch of apples that you can pre-size and then stack on top of each other, which it wouldn't be very easy because they're not totally usually that flat on the bottom. Sometimes. If you were careful, I guess you could pick out apples and stack them properly. But I would say that the way these ones look, they actually are in a row, one in front of the other. Perspective. Haha, yes. I don't claim to be an artist or know any of these really good shading tricks and perspective tricks and what size everything should be exactly, but I think I'm okay at drawing and coloring. I enjoy it, so that's what I do. Week 4. Big long boxes this time. Shifting up and down. Just to give it a little bit of interest, make it not all perfectly lined up. And looks like I'm gonna draw an apple with a bite out of it, not all the way to the core, just partially eat an apple. There was one thing I would change, is that I could find either a journal that had really thick paper so nothing bled through, or that there were these magic markers that you could never see through the page. These ones are pretty good compared to other ones, but honestly, you can still see them. So, what are you gonna do, right? What are you going to do? Here's the final look, all the way through in the right direction for you. All the pages that I finalized. I hope you enjoyed watching me do my September bullet journal, and that you come back and join me on some of my other videos. I like to post art and nail videos, and sometimes even makeup or building Lego. Crazy like that. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Hope to see you next time. Please consider subscribing. Bye for now.